Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be filming a current favorites and fails video. I've been recently trying out a lot of new goodies. If you guys saw my previous Ulta haul, I recently bought a lot of new makeup, so I figured it was time to update you guys on how those products were working out for me, give you guys an update on the performance of them, whether I like them, and some products I don't like, hence the fail part of this video. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, giving you guys an update on the products in my Ulta haul, as well as some other extra stuff that I've just been loving here and there. You guys know that when I find products I love to share them with you guys and give you guys all my recommendations. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I have my coffee ready as well as my coffee shirt. It's a little bit early in the morning, so I definitely need this to get through today's video. So I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing my current favorites and fails, and let's just go ahead and get started. So let's just go ahead and start the video off by talking about some palettes that I recently purchased that I've been really loving. I purchased 3 different palettes, one from Ulta and then 2 from ColourPop, and I really love all of these. Definitely not disappointed in any of these. So I guess let's go ahead and first talk about the Kylie Cosmetics Blue Honey Pressed Powder Palette. This is my first experience with Kylie Cosmetics shadows. I don't know what it is. I was always really hesitant to try them because I am pretty picky about eyeshadow formulas, and just having so much eyeshadow in my collection, I already thought that I found my favorites and that I had found the best of the best for me. But you guys, this is really great. The Kylie Cosmetics formula is really beautiful. I have to say, I am very impressed with it. The matte shades go on so smoothly. They are so buttery and pigmented, and also the metallic shades or the shimmer shades in here, I'm not exactly sure how Kylie classifies them, but I would say they are pretty metallic to me. They just look so nice on the lid, dry or wet. They work beautifully both ways, and I overall just really love the color scheme of this Blue Honey palette. I feel like it is very unique compared to other palettes that I have in my collection, and I love playing around with the color blue as well. So this one is definitely a big hit for me. This really makes me want to try out more shadows from Kylie because now I know that they are very good. I don't know why I was so hesitant and skeptical to try them, but this is a huge hit for me this month. I can't wait to keep using this. The next palette is one that I got from ColourPop, and it is their Honey Pressed Powder Palette. This is their all yellow palette. I did just upload a full review and first impression on this palette. If you guys want to go check that out, I will have it in a card right here. But I really wanted to include this in my favorites video because I really expected nothing less from ColourPop formula. Every single time that I've tried ColourPop shadows, whether it be their palettes, their pressed powders, or even their Super Shocks in the little pan, all of their eyeshadows have never failed to impress me, and this was just a really cute palette, really fun to play around with. The quality was definitely there. Although it definitely, of course, has a strong yellow aspect to it, I feel like there are other browns and mustards and more like bronzy shades that I could even take this palette into the fall time with. I definitely don't think this is going to be a summer only palette. I really see myself transitioning this one into the fall. The only thing about this palette that I wasn't crazy about, that I did point out in my first impression and review video, is that the middle glitter shade, which is called Palooza, is not intended for use around the eyes, which was kind of confusing to me. I would never understand why a brand would put something not intended for use around the eyes, which in this case would be like a not cosmetic grade, not eye safe glitter, in a palette that everyone is obviously going to use on their eyes. I don't see anyone using this for anything but eyeshadow. I don't think people are going to use yellow and brown powders on their face or anywhere else. So I just feel like they could have put a glitter in there that was safe for the eyes, even if it was a little bit more finely milled. I really don't understand why they would do that. I feel like it's pretty much unusable. It is really thick and chunky and crafty, like I mentioned. So I personally wouldn't feel comfortable putting this on my eyes, and I have seen some reviews of people actually having their eyes irritated from this particular shade in the middle. So that is pretty much my only problem with this palette. If you guys want to hear my thoughts as a whole, definitely make sure to go check out that video. But all in all, besides the one glitter shade in here, I love all of the other shades. They perform beautifully, nothing less than I would expect from a ColourPop shadow, and I just love the yellow theme, and I feel like I just purchased this and they already launched 2 more monochromatic palettes, an orange one and a pink one, which is super cute, like strawberry themes. So the third and final palette that I have to show you guys in this favorites video is probably my favorite out of all 3 of them, and that is the Sweet Talk Pressed Powder Palette from ColourPop as well. I feel like just looking at this is very self-explanatory. This color story and just all of these colors and finishes in here are so up my alley. It is the most beautiful mix of warm shades, pinks, bronzy shades, glitter. And one of my favorite things about this palette is that they actually put a Super Shock shadow in a pan, which is so amazing because you guys know ColourPop Super Shock shadows are my absolute favorite thing to put on my lid. I was really excited to see that incorporated into a palette with other colors. I just thought it was really unique, but everything about this palette is amazing. Just like I mentioned about the yellow palette, ColourPop formula is never less than great. I only have one little bone to pick with this palette, and that would be that the pressed glitters in here, although that these don't say that they're not intended for use on the eye, I think that these ones are eye safe. I would just strongly recommend using that with some sort of sticky base or glitter glue, these two glitter shades right here, because I did use these and there was glitter everywhere for days and days all over my eyes and like even my body. I don't know how it got there, but it definitely can be a little bit messy if you guys are not using a sticky base underneath. But everything about this palette is quickly becoming one of my favorites, from the packaging to the colors and the formulas. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'm wearing about 3 or 4 shades from the palette and I think it looks so beautiful. I am so beyond in love with these two base products that I picked up from Catrice in my Ulta haul, and those are the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Spray as well as the Catrice Poreless Blur Primer. Oh my gosh, both of these products are so good. I'm wearing them both on my face today, and I really feel like my foundation routine has never lasted longer and has never looked better. These are some of the best base products that I have tried, and I cannot believe that these are each so affordable. The Dewy Glow Spray just really makes all of the powders melt into my skin. I do have to say, I think it is very similar to the original Prime and Fine spray. There is just a little bit more of an illuminating factor in there. When you shake this one up, it does have little particles floating around, but once you spray it on the face, that really doesn't translate on the skin, so you don't have to worry about any glitter or shimmer particles on the skin. But if you guys can see, my face just has an overall beautiful, like healthy, dewy look to it. I have tried this underneath as well as on top of my makeup, or even like mid makeup routine if I feel like maybe I applied a little bit too much powder or something. This spray has been amazing, and like I mentioned, going along with the Poreless Blur Primer, this really makes the skin look airbrushed. It smooths and fills out my pores so beautifully. I've been really liking to use this in combination with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I touched on all of this in my recent primer showdown where I put these two primers head to head against each other. The e.l.f. one is a little bit more hydrating and a little less pore filling, while this one is very pore filling, very pore blurring, and it is a little bit more mattifying. So I've been liking to use the e.l.f. one all over the face and the Catrice one right in the T-zone, and I feel like it has been the perfect base for underneath my foundation. Overall, I've just really been loving how my skin has been looking. I've been really loving my foundation routine, and I feel like I owe it a lot to these two products from Catrice. So let's go ahead and talk about LA Girl. I am loving everything that I tried from LA Girl from my Ulta haul. So the first thing that I picked up were the Shockwave Neon Eyeliners. In the Ulta haul video, I showed you guys the two blue ones, and I actually love these so much. I went back and I picked up the yellow one as well. I just thought these were going to be so fun for summer, and they really are. I've been wearing these a lot on my waterline, and every single time I do, I get a lot of compliments on them because it's such a fun and easy way to just throw on some color into your makeup look. These three colors are beautiful and vibrant. I have the shade Fresh, which is more of a tealy blue. The shade Electric is more of a true mid-tone sky blue. And then the shade Screamin' is the neon yellow, which is so fun in the waterline. It almost can translate like a nude. It's just a little bit more fun than a traditional nude pencil, but actually touching on the formula of these, they're really creamy and smooth. They go on the waterline really easy, but you guys, these last forever. They dry down on the waterline, and then after that, they do not budge. I've tried these in extreme heat. I've literally sweated so much wearing one of these, and these did not run out of my eyes or anything. And if anything, I almost have to pay a little bit more extra attention to my waterline when I am actually removing my makeup, just to ensure that I get all of this off of the waterline. I definitely want to pick up the rest of them. I think even some of like the deeper purple shades, or even I would be interested in like a brown in this formula. I think that would be beautiful for the fall and winter months. So if you guys are looking for a really beautiful waterline eyeliner that's strong in pigment and lasts a long time and doesn't smudge, because I know that could be a huge issue when it comes to the waterline. These LA Girl ones are amazing and they are under $5, which is even better. I also have been really loving the LA Girl lip liners. I picked these up in 2 different formulas. The first one is the one that I'm wearing today, and that is their Ultimate Intense Auto Stay Liner. And this one is in the shade Nonstop Nude, which I think is a perfect and beautiful nude. So this one is going to be like their scroll up retractable liner. Again, this is the one that I'm wearing today, and I'm wearing this by itself without anything on top. And I really love the formula of this. It is very creamy. It applies really smoothly. I have been wearing this a lot under all of my other lipsticks or lip glosses, and this lasts a really long time. I had this on for over 12 hours the other day after eating and drinking and everything like that, and I could still see the lip liner on the outsides of my lips. So the staying power on this is really great. I would say the only thing to watch out for when it comes to the retractable one is that it does tend to break if you put a little bit too much pressure, or I also have noticed that if it's not on a fresh surface of where your lip is actually showing, then it's not going to glide on as smoothly. So for instance, right now I just went to apply a little bit more on the center of my lips, and since the lip liner is totally dry, it kind of clung and then broke, if that makes any sense. So these are going to apply the most creamy and the most smoothly on the bare lips, and when you like fill it in initially, I don't really think you could layer it too much, or else the pencil is going to break, at least in the auto liner. To me, that's not really an issue because I typically only apply liner once throughout the day. I apply it around the outsides of my lips and then fill in with the lipstick. Today was just a little bit of an exception because I'm wearing the liner as my lipstick, but this is really great, again in the shade Nonstop Nude, which I think is beautiful. And then I also picked up their Perfect Precision lip liner in the shade Sugar and Spice, and this is a traditional pencil liner that you sharpen. This formula actually reminds me a lot of my MAC lip liners. I've been trying to find a dupe for them, and I think that this one could be one, so definitely stay tuned for a future dupes video if you guys want to hear more about that. It's very creamy for being a wooden pencil that you sharpen. I don't find it to be very rough on the lips at all. It sharpens really nicely and really easily, and I'll swatch this one for you guys. It's another beautiful nude shade, again in the shade Sugar and Spice. So when it comes to pretty much everything that I tried from LA Girl, I really don't have any complaints. All of their products are really affordable. I'm really happy with what I purchased, and I definitely want to look into getting more of them because I'm really pleased with everything that I've tried so far. So getting into more favorites of the month, even if it's not something that I purchased at Ulta, I still wanted to throw in a couple of random things here and there. So a foundation that I've been really loving is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. I purchased this last summer, and I have to say I really hadn't used it much until recently again, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. This is such an incredible foundation. I don't know why I stopped using it. If you guys are looking for something very hydrating that looks really like alive and dewy on the skin, but also gives you a really nice medium coverage, this is going to be the foundation for you. This particular foundation is infused with a hydrating serum, which just feels so good on the skin. I get a lot of compliments every time I use this foundation because I think it just looks really fresh and smooth on the skin. It's one of those great foundations to wear in the summertime, especially on a hot day when you want some coverage, where you don't want to look really full coverage or really cakey or feel heavy on the face. This is kind of like an easy throw on foundation where you look fresh, like I said, smoothed out. One of my favorite things about it is the packaging. It comes in a really nice, I believe it's a glass bottle. It sounds and feels like glass. It could be a very hard plastic though. And then it also comes with a pump, which I absolutely love. Pumps really help me control the amount of product that I use. I'm really happy that I pulled this one out of my drawer and decided to try it again. And it's just that good. Maybelline always has really incredible foundations, and this one is incredible. I didn't expect any less from it. So I want to talk about a few skincare products that I've been loving before we jump on into the fails that I have to mention today. So the first one is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I purchased this a few months back, and I believe I have talked about this on my channel before, but I wanted to mention it again because I go through these phases where I really like something, then I'll put it down for a while and then rediscover it and fall in love with it all over again. This is definitely what I did with this Glossier cleanser. I really like this cleanser because it's very conditioning on the skin. I like to use this in the morning because I don't feel like it's a super super duper deep cleanse to where it's going to strip the skin. It just really makes my skin feel like perfectly clean, perfectly moisturized, and I love that it doesn't get like super sudsy either. It's a really gentle jelly cleanser, and that's why I love it. Perfect for before my makeup and in the morning time. I don't really know what else to say about it, but if you guys are looking for like a gentle jelly cleanser, really it feels exactly how the name says, a milky jelly cleanser, a conditioning face wash. It has just been my favorite to use recently in the mornings. Speaking of skincare, one thing that I really love to use along with the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser in the morning is this spin brush from Duval. This is from their Radiant Spin Care System. They were super awesome and sent me this brush to test out, but this video is not sponsored. But Duval did reach out to me and ask me to be a brand ambassador for them and asked me if I wanted to try out some of their products, and I am so glad that I did. I do not know how I went so many years with washing my face with my hands. There is seriously no comparison between washing my face with this and then washing my face with my hands. My face seriously feels a million times cleaner since I started using the spin brush. So typically I will just wash my face, kind of massage the Glossier cleanser into the skin with my fingertips, just kind of to spread it out and distribute it evenly, and then I will go in with the brush and really work this into the skin. This is what the brush looks and sounds like when you turn it on. It just has the rotating head, and one of my favorite parts about this whole system is that it actually comes with 3 other brush heads, so 4 brush heads in total, so you could interchange it depending on your skin's needs. So whether you want an exfoliating brush, the cleansing brush, it also comes with a body brush and then a pumice stone, I believe is what it's called. My skin has never felt cleaner, and this is not something that you need to remember to charge or anything like that. So my camera just died in the middle of me talking about the spin brush, so sorry if I got cut off there, but I was saying that this needs batteries, so you don't need to worry about charging it or anything. I'm not exactly sure how long the batteries last in here, but I feel like this is really easy and convenient to take on the go with you guys because you don't have to like plug it in anywhere or charge it like I mentioned. So like I said, Duval was really awesome to send this to me, but they were even more awesome and wanted to offer me a discount code for you guys. So if you guys are interested in shopping the spin brush and you want to save some money, you guys can use the code Jackie70, and that will give you 70% off your skincare brush system. That is a huge discount. Duval was so awesome to give that to me for you guys, so definitely take advantage of that code if you guys want to shop the spin brush. And I believe the code also works on their hair tools as well, which I have been really loving their straightener, and I am planning on sharing that with you guys in a future video. I will get commission if you guys purchase through my link or by using the discount code. I just want to be super transparent and put that out there for you guys. I will make commission from your purchase, so thank you guys so much in advance if you choose to support my channel in this way. But of course, no pressure. I never expect you guys to use my codes and links. I just like to put them out there so you guys have the option to save some money. I just really love sharing with you guys when I like a product, and I think it's even better that you guys can get it at such a huge discount. So those are my current skincare favorites. I really think that these 2 products together have really just helped my skin feel overall so much more clean and smooth and ready for a full face of makeup application in the morning. So along with all of these favorites that I mentioned in today's video, I also have a few fails of products that did not work out for me that I want to share with you guys. And the first one I kind of knew from the start is the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. I have been trying so hard to love this mascara because the Essence Lash Princess is my absolute favorite. I just had really high expectations because this was another Essence mascara, but unfortunately I just didn't love this one. I don't find it to be very lengthening at all on my lashes really. I do have this on today, but I had to go ahead and put it on top of the Essence Lash Princess just to get the full effect and the full look that I really wanted from my lashes. I don't really feel like this does much at all for me on its own. I do want to say though, I think you guys might like this if you already have existing really long eyelashes. I have seen a few YouTubers with very long eyelashes really enjoy this mascara, but I already have extremely short lashes and this just wasn't enough to get them as long as I wanted. But I think you guys might like this if you already have beautiful long lashes, if you guys were blessed. But unfortunately I really wasn't in the lash department, so I think I'm just going to be sticking to my Lash Princess False Lash Effect. That is just a lot better than this one for my personal lashes. And the next thing that was a really big fail for me this past month is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup and Sunscreen. I did a whole video on this, so if you guys want to know all the ins and outs of this foundation, foundation, how it wears and everything like that, definitely make sure to click the card right here. But unfortunately, this one didn't work out for me. It was very, very disappointing because I love Maybelline foundations. Maybelline foundations are my favorite, not even at the drugstore, just as a whole. But this one just didn't work out for me. But hear me out for a sec, because I don't think the foundation looked bad on the skin. The foundation was very, very beautiful on the skin. It gave a really pretty natural finish, a decent amount of coverage for like a light summer makeup day. The one thing that makes this a fail for me is that it gave me a reaction. It did give me a slight rash like on the bottom half of my face, and I want to contribute that to the high SPF in here. This does have SPF 50, and I just think it kind of messed with my skin. I do have very sensitive skin, so also keep that in mind. Just because this didn't work out for me doesn't mean it won't work out for you. But I just think the mix of me having very, very sensitive skin and this just having a lot of SPF in there, something about that my skin just didn't like, and I did unfortunately get like a really itchy, bumpy rash on the bottom half of my face and also like in between my eyebrows. So that is the reason why this one is a fail for me. If this didn't give me a rash, this probably would have been a favorite, because like I said, this was beautiful on the skin. I definitely would have used this, but I guess my skin thought otherwise, so this unfortunately was a fail for me. All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. Those are my current favorites and fails, as well as my little Ulta haul update. Of course, if you guys have any questions on anything that I might have missed or any of the products that I talked about, definitely make sure to leave me a comment down below and I will be more than happy to answer it for you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video and found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys!